Alright, Twitch chat. You have shit talk on Riot enough. What I'm gonna do now is shit talk on you pieces of shit. That's right, you pieces of shit, Twitch chat. Now hold on, you might be thinking, how can you shit talk Twitch chat? Because you're all a bunch of biased pieces of shit who have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, who constantly fanboy to anyone who has the most viewers on stream. But oh wait, 80 carries always have the most viewers because they're always number one. So you guys always defend 80 carries because I want to be the next Tyler 1. I'm gonna shit talk my team. Yeah, now I'm Tyler. Meanwhile, when you look at win rates, oh, what's that? Quinn is the top 3 win rates in all 3 roles she's played in. What do we do? Good job, Tyler. Good job using that champion. Wow, rank 6, you're doing so good. Oh, and also Jax is overpowered. Yeah, where's Jax? Sitting there at a 50% win rate? Even in fucking top lane, he's the 12th highest. He's not even number 1 in top lane. Quinn, okay, let's just be clear. In the overall win rates of every lane, this is every lane combined, okay? This is Kennen top lane win rate. Kennen min rate. This is everyone. If you look at every single win rate in the game for every single role, Quinn is the highest in all 3 roles she has played in. Just to be clear on that, in every position she is played in, she is the highest win rate in the game. I've never seen anything like that. This is, honest to God, probably the most broken champion I've seen since like Season 2 Ezreal. She's absurd to me. She is actually absurd to me. You people are such biased pieces of shit. Absurd biased pieces of shit. Let's just be clear. Quinn bot lane literally does not have a single losing matchup. The best you can do is go even with her. Now, let's actually look down. This is the best champions by win rate in the game. Even champions with like 0.7% play rate, okay? If you go down the list, there is not a single other champion, not a single one in the top 50 who has literally no losing match. Oh, I fucking guarantee it. If I was ranked 6, one-tricking Jax, I would be receiving goddamn death threats in the mail. Tyler does it. He gets a fucking show of support on Reddit. Seriously, look at this fucking absurdity. 55%, 55%, 55%. Then look at Jax, 50%. Not even on like the high end of 50%. The low end of 50%. Oh, but Jax is overpowered. Good job, Tyler. In my fucking lane. Riven has the highest win rate. Not Riven, Quinn. Who the fuck is his champion? Tyler could play my lane and do better than me. Could I play bot lane and do better than Tyler? No, because Quinn is also the best bot lane champion. Do you see any bruisers? Anyone see any fucking bruisers up here? And I could play bot lane? I heard bruisers were taking over bot lane. Fuck it, let's look. Let's find the fucking highest ranked bruiser for bot lane. Oh, Aurelia, down at 48%. Oh, guys, we need to nerf Conqueror and Sterak's. Bruisers are taking over the game. How many? Look at this. One fucking bruiser with a negative win rate. Oh, I noticed my viewers have gone down since I've been saying this. You guys are like, I don't like this. I can't laugh at other people now. Now I need to actually think about what I do, and I don't like it. You don't play League Re. We will leave Re. Okay, let's play some ranked. Shit, where'd it go? They fucking banned me from ranked, Twitch chat. Shit. They banned me from ranked for abusing Jax. Since I was talking about Tyler 1 abusing champs, would I like to talk about TF Blade abusing champs? I mean, we all know TF Blade abuses what's strongest top lane. I've always said, look, don't blame the players, even though they're pieces of shit who make the game shittier because Riot is a piece of shit. The first piece of shit is Riot. It's Riot for not nerfing this shit. That's the first person. When Riot goes full retard and decides, oh, we're not gonna nerf Quinn because, you know, it's totally okay for her to be that broken so long as people haven't noticed it. And what, let me ask you this question. What is the motive behind not nerfing a champion because nobody notices it? What, so you allow people to play a broken champion that you know is broken just because it hasn't been noticed yet? I consider that to actually be immoral. You're basically saying, I'm going to allow these people to play a broken champion for as long as is possible. Like, you're selling the game as a competitive game. You're trying to convince people that this is some competitive, great game. And then you turn around and you do these deceptive things. Look at the Kennen buffs. This is actually a good example. Look at the Kennen buffs. Kennen is actually so broken for top lane right now, it's unbelievable. But it hasn't caught up yet. Like, it isn't popular at low elo yet. So they just kind of let it slide. They're like, not a problem, no biggie. We're not gonna nerf it. We want people to abuse canon, you know, change the meta. In my opinion, and hear me out on this one, Twitch. In my opinion, you can tell when a game is dying when the developers stop trying to do big changes. I know what you're thinking, but Hashinshin, shouldn't they stop making big changes when people like the game? No, because that's when you know they're afraid. Look at Fortnite. Fortnite is going up, 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 up. They weren't afraid to make big changes. They weren't afraid to nerf shotguns. They weren't afraid to change the map. They weren't afraid to make SMGs top tier. Because they knew our game is good. We're going to keep making it better. We're going to keep going up. What does League do? Oh, we don't want to nerf supports. That could change things. I don't know. It's scary. They've done one change. And like, honest to God, they've done one change to the meta in the last 4 years. They nerfed 80 carries. And what did they do? In like less than a month, they're like, oh, let's go back on that. People don't seem to like it. We're afraid. But that's exactly it. Is that goes more into their bias as well. And here's my one. For the last 4 years, no one has said a fucking word on Reddit. No one has talked about the fact that the very concept of a top lane carry died. That tanks slowly and surely replaced top laners. The tanks basically did their impression of the fucking thing and slowly killed off bruisers and replaced them in top. You like look top one day is all bruisers, the next day everyone's just like a tank. And you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, it's always been this way. We have always been tanks. Join us, brother. No one mentions that Riot has slowly and surely been pushing bruisers into the jungle and out of top lane. No one fucking says anything about that. Oh, Shyvana's a jungler? That's fine. It's just one. Oh, Hecarim's a jungler too. Oh, that's cool. Oh, Xin Zhao's a jungler. That's fine too. Oh, Jax is a jungler. That's okay too. What? Can you imagine if like two 80 carries have been pushed out of bot lane? Graves and actually only Graves, right? Wait, if any of them else? I guess Urgot, maybe, if you considered him to be an 80 carry. Oh, Camille too. Camille's a jungler now too. Irelia's a mid laner. Oh, so you lost two. You lost Corki and Graves. Fucking bruisers have lost like 7 goddamn champions. No one even comments on it. It's like not even a topic. Anytime anyone brings up Graves, it's like, I wish I could still play Graves bot lane. Riot should revert the rework. I don't like it. People bring up bruisers, they're like, wow, Camille's a jungler now? That's fine. That's okay. I like that. That's cool. Let's not mention that Camille jungle is actually super fucking toxic and destroys her kit. Camille is a top laner, actual gameplay, things to play around. Camille is a jungler, I'm gonna last hit this minion, and she just stunned me from Fog of War, and now she ulted me, and now I'm dead. Wow, good gameplay. My flash was down, so I died. Yeah, Jarvan's another champion push in the jungle. Like top laners are fucking being like brutally murdered, and ED carries are like, oh no, I got a scratch on my hand. This is the worst thing ever. Bruisers are being like stabbed to death and screaming. They're like, this is scratch. I'm gonna need a band-aid. This is so terrible. Nothing has ever happened to any other class as bad as this. Okay, here is the current top lane picks in the LCK. Let's do a combined, how do I do pick ban? I'm assuming this is pick ban top to bottom. I'm assuming. Because this looks right to me. Let's look at top lane. Tank, not tank, not tank. Tank, incredibly abusive bullshit grass spam. Tank, mage. Tank, let's call him incredibly abusive range spammer. Tank, incredibly abusive range spammer. Incredibly abusive range spammer. Bruiser! Bruiser! We got another bruiser! Tank, bruise, mage. Oh wow, we got an acid bed, and then that's just, and people are like, our business are so overpowered. Like seriously, look. Other than Aatrox, who nobody expected to be good. Look at Aatrox. Like so, here's Darius, right? Like the only fucking good bruiser. And other than that, like, let's look. How long do you have to go before you find a second bruiser? You have to go all the way down here, and Camille isn't even picked for top lane. Look at that. That's absurd to me. And people are like, oh, bruisers are overpowering. And then the fucking dumbasses come at me like, oh, but look at the win rate. Well, first off, if you ignore Aatrox's win rate, because let's consider this an anomaly, okay? If you ignore Aatrox's win rate, and you ignore champions who aren't really picked at all, I think this is games? Yeah, so like, here's 2 games, 6 games, 8 games, 4 games, 11 games. Yeah, like if you ignore that, if you look at champions like above, let's say above 10 games, 72 win rate on Gnar. Why? Because Gnar automatically wins top lane, because he's fucking Gnar. Requires no farm, because all his damage comes off his base damage on W. But he's totally balanced or something. Like when you actually break it down and you look at the difference between tanks and bruisers, it's like the most one-sided bullshit I think I've ever seen in my life. Like the balance between tanks and bruisers is actually just absurd. Bruisers require more farm, are worse in lane, and are worse late game. Unless you get anomalies like Darius, like Aatrox, on average, bruisers need more farm to do less effort. And also they're generally worse. How is that balanced? And then they went ahead and nerfed Conqueror early game too. So now bruisers are even worse in the early game. They're worse. The only tank that's like legitimately bad in the early game is... Now stop to think about this. Mundo outscales every fucking bruiser in the game. I don't think there's a single bruiser who can beat Mundo in the late game other than incredible cheese builds like Blade of the Ruined King, Rageblade Jax. And even then, Thornmail would still likely beat him. Why do LCS players pick bruisers over tanks? They don't. We literally just looked at the stats. You realize that, right? Like, you realize that was LCK? You realize that's the fucking Korea competitive scene, right? Like, you do realize we literally just looked at that. We literally just looked at that. Play Camille against Mundo. I guarantee you it's actually gonna make you sad. Like, watch Ornn against Camille. It will make you sad. It will make you a sad person. Seriously. Did you guys see, like, when Camille stopped being played top lane, did you guys see that they were picking Ornn against her? And she would literally not do damage to Ornn. Like, Ornn shield spam and CC spam, and he would end up taking no damage.